Hi, I'm Jason Harry. I'm the director of the Breakthrough Lab, which is a program in the Nelson Center for Entrepreneurship at Brown University. The Breakthrough Lab is an accelerator for student ventures. They bring exposure to problems in the world and solutions that we could never have conceived of ourselves.
I never thought of myself as an entrepreneur. I always thought that entrepreneurs are people who are creating tech companies or just a business. One of my mentors said that as long as you're providing something new and trying to solve a problem, you're an entrepreneur.
Hi everyone, my name is Francesca Raoelison and I am the founder of Omena, an organization that prevents and seeks to break the cycle of emotional abuse in Madagascar. When most people think about Madagascar, this is usually what comes to mind, right? This is a very funny and lighthearted movie, but today I'm going to talk to you about something that is far more serious and that nobody talks about in my country. When I grew up in Madagascar, there were things and behaviors in my own life that I didn't have a name for, that were actually abuse. My definition of abuse was very limited because I only thought of abuse as physical or sexual abuse. And it wasn't until I came to the US 5 years ago and that I worked as a sexual assault peer educator that I learned about the other forms of abuse, especially emotional abuse. I didn't know that emotional abuse was any type of behavior that would diminish someone's sense of identity, dignity, and self-esteem through verbal assault, public humiliation, intimidation, or manipulation, and that it could happen in any type of relationship. And when I learned that, that was an eye-opener for me because that's when I realized that during my childhood and early adulthood, I grew up in an emotionally abusive environment, but I didn't know it. In Madagascar, it is normal to walk down the street and see couples fight or parents yell at their children, and nobody would say anything because we would think that it's just the way of life and that it's normal. According to UNICEF, 80% of children in Madagascar have experienced some type of emotional or psychological abuse growing up. To put this into perspective, if all of us here in this room were the children of Madagascar, that would mean that out of the 250 people here, 200 people would have experienced emotional abuse growing up. And this is a systemic problem that has been exacerbated by poverty in a patriarchal society, and it has been passed on from generation to generation. And by not addressing the problem and by not giving it a name, we are allowing it to continue. So I thought of addressing the problem and breaking the cycle by targeting the next generation and meet them where they're at, which is in school. And that's how Omena came about. Omena is a play of words in my language, in my Malagasy native language. Omena means give, provide, and Mena means red. So in this context, providing students aged 6 to 18 with tools so that they can spot the red flags ahead of time when it comes to unhealthy behaviors and relationships. The program is going to be delivered by a community of peer educators, and the content is ranging from books that will teach, existing books that will teach students about boundaries and body safety. We also have videos that will cover topics such as healthy and toxic relationships, and we also have workshops that will provide students with tools so that they can identify, manage, and express their emotions in healthy ways so that they can engage with each other really with empathy. During the summer, I was able to work with amazing mentors, as well as partner with international organizations such as the Social Emotional Learning Institute, the One Love Foundation, as well as acclaimed authors of children's books, who are all providing me with their content free of charge. And actually, my program is based on those resources who have already proven successful in countries such as the US, Sweden, India, China, Australia, and soon in Madagascar. And again, those programs have already proven successful in terms of promoting self-esteem, emotional awareness, self-regulation, promoting self-love, respectful communication, boundaries, resilience in kids. And right now I am working on translating and tailoring the content to make it appropriate for the people in my country. And I am really excited to tell you tonight that I am going to launch the first ever pilot program of its kind into 4 schools of Madagascar this December and January. And this is going to be a transformational project for the children in Madagascar. Thank you.